Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. For today's review, we're taking a look at the Threezero MDLX Event Exclusive Edition Megaman X. It does come in this brown shipper box if you do buy this from Big Bad Toy Store, and then within that, you do get the actual box here. So you see Megaman X on the front. You can see kind of a clear picture of the figure and the special accessory that comes with it for the event exclusive, as well as his big blast here. On the side, you see another picture of the figure in a pose. And then on the back, you just see a picture of the figure and some of the accessories that he comes with, and then a bunch of this warning and special labels and stuff like that. So let's get this guy open and take a closer look. And here's Megaman X out of the packaging. As you can see, he's extremely glossy, so all the blue parts and like the armor chest parts there are a glossy blue color, in contrast to like the matte pieces that, you know, connect his joints and like the light blue undersuit. Mine does have a bit of a scuff on the leg right there, and that's just straight out of the box, so, you know, that's kind of sad. But other than that, I mean, everything else looks very nice. He's a very simple design, so, oh, and you can see right there like a chunk, I guess, is shaken out of the plastic. Bottom of his feet have the nice red jewels, which is great. I actually played Mega Man X maybe like one time in my life. He is not my favorite Mega Man iteration, but I have wanted to collect all of them since the 4-inch Nell line had came out, and I did not collect all of them then. But yeah, he looks great. I think he looks exactly the way the character should look. Let me know in the comments down below if you like the way he looks. To me, I do think his eyes kind of have like this, like, blank stare to them. Like, I guess it's just this neutral face that he has on, but it definitely on camera looks like he just has a blank stare going on, and it's a little creepy. But maybe the Hiya Toys one that they're coming out with will have a more like neutral face that has a little bit more life in it. But for articulation, because he does have die cast parts, he does look up a lot. So he looks up about that much. He can look down about that much. He does have head tilt, which is great. And of course you can tilt his head or swivel it side to side. So yeah, a lot of good head and neck movement here. For the arms, they do go up. You can hit the T-pose right there. He does have a bicep swivel. In terms of like a butterfly joint, and the reason why I popped that off is just to show more of how this works. So you can get his arms to come around front, and you see that joint kind of pops out there to bring his arms closer to his chest. And you can do the same thing on the other side. So it's kind of just like a hinge. So you can get him to cup his buster and then shoot off a beam if you want him to, because he does come with that effect part. These little shoulder pauldrons, they just slide into these little grooves. They're on the figure there. Which, I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like they're going to fall off a ton or be disconnected a ton. And that's usually not exciting, because you don't want to go through that. Kind of like right now, where it's like I just want to attach it back in there. Okay. For the arms, you do have a single joint, but you do at least get 90. You can swivel here. You can even detach this for other accessories, like his Mega Buster, his hand, just on a simple ball joint. You can wiggle it around. Nothing impressive there. For the waist or the abdomen, ab crunch goes that far back, comes this far forward. Then you can do side to side pivot and some rotation. Just be careful you don't scratch this up. I feel like you probably could, because this isn't a soft piece right here or up here. For the legs, they can do the splits. They kick forward about that much. He does have double jointed knees, which look good. And it feels like, I don't know, maybe it's just that one instance, but there's a couple points where, or at least when I first got it out, where it felt like it was kind of loose, but I guess it's fine. For the feet, you can kind of pull it out a little bit, so you can get down about that much, move up about that much, and then you can kind of get it to do an ankle rocker like that. But he has such big feet and boots that it's kind of difficult to do that. These pieces aren't soft like around his leg, so do be aware of that. But you still can get him into whatever pose you want him to be in when it comes to like shooting his buster or doing any other type of move. So yeah, he does stand on his own. He has a good platform for his feet, and he looks good while doing it. So let's get into some of his accessories. These Mega Man figures from MDLX, from the MDLX line, do not come with a ton of stuff, so I try to get the event exclusive versions when I can, but he does come with this piece, which is like the little victory screen, or the victory pose that you can put on him. So it replaces this red jewel right here in his forehead, and then you plug that in and put the helmet back on, and then it just kind of sits there, which is pretty cool. And this is only for the event exclusive version. Keep that in mind if you want that. Of course, he comes with his Mega Buster here, which is just blue plastic. Actually, I don't know if this is like a metal. It doesn't feel like it. But it does have the jewel right there, and you can pull this out in order to put the effect part in there, which is this. So this big effect part here, which looks really, really good. Nice white to green transition, like the fully charged shot. Really nice dynamic look to it. And then you can plug this into a stand as well, which is pretty cool. It doesn't seem like you can pull any of it apart in terms of like separating it out for, you know, different versions of the blast, but you see there is a hole there for you to put that in. This did wiggle a bit, so I don't know. I don't think you can pull this apart. Or maybe, oh, we're learning something new every day. So I guess you can pull this piece apart, and you can take off this end piece, and I guess just put this back in there if you want, so you don't have that extra like effect part. So you can get a different variation of the blast, which is cool. And then you do get this little green tip piece, which I think can plug into here. It's so small that I'm not actually sure. It has like a little, it's got this little like notch on there, which I'm not actually sure what it's for, but I mean, you got it. So it must be able to plug into something. And then you're able to display it that way. Then for his hands, he just comes with one set of like these splayed out action hands, which look good. They're just painted in white. And then he comes with one extra face, which is this teeth gritted angry face where he's shooting. And then to change that, you just have to take off the helmet, which requires you to pull this piece up. Hang on, I'll be right back. Let's do this off camera. So actually I'm gonna hop back on camera to show you something that's interesting. So you see where it's like scraping off up there near the red jewel? So that's what happened when I tried to pull off that like blue piece that's on the top of his head, because as you notice, that blue piece is kind of holding everything together, which means, yeah, so even back there it kind of scrapes off. I'm kind of nervous now to try to like put on that face or interchange faces if that blue paint is going to just scrape itself off every single time you touch it, which is super disappointing and super annoying, because like if you want to have any kind of cool shot, now you see that scrape paint up there. So I'm not actually going to change his face whatsoever. He's just going to have this face here. But if you get your copy, let me know how you feel about that. I might actually use that warranty and see what they can do about that. Or just chuck it up as a loss and then wait for the Hiya Toys one, and maybe they're using a paint that doesn't do this, because that's really disappointing. Anyway, let's get into some size comparisons. One more thing that it comes with, which I completely forgot because it blends into the packaging underneath, but it comes with a stand for the blast effect. So you do get this arm that has a notch at the top, and then you do get the base right here for you to put it on, so you can display it any way you want. And the height of the base is pretty good in terms of like the height of the figure, so hopefully it won't be too low for you to display with him shooting it off. For size comparisons, here he is standing next to the Storm Arena Ken Masters and the MDLX Mega Man from Threezero, which is the Firestorm version. You can see he's taller than the original Mega Man, but he is way shorter than Ken here. I don't know how tall Mega Man X is supposed to be. I just know he's supposed to be taller than the original Mega Man. So if anyone knows down in the comments below how tall he's supposed to be, please let me know. But yeah, I think these guys look good together, and it'll be fun to have like a Marvel versus Capcom or, Marvel 3 kind of display with this guy in it. And then here he is standing next to a My Hero Academia Bakugo from SH Figure Arts, and then an SH Figure Arts Full Power Super Saiyan Son Goku. Again, he's shorter, but I do think that he looks really good next to these guys, and you can definitely mix and match. And then here he is standing next to some Jada Toys figures. So Jada Toys Cammy, and then the Jada Toys M Bison. This M Bison is smaller, but it kind of works in this guy's favor because he is a smaller figure. And then here's how he looks standing next to Cammy, which I think is a good height comparison. But yeah, you can definitely mix him in with the Jada Toy stuff if you don't have any of the Storm Arena products yet. And then last but not least, for your Marvel Legends collectors out there, here he is standing next to the Marvel Legends Animated Series Spider-Man and a Marvel Legends Series Iron Man. Again, he's smaller, but you can definitely fit him in with these guys. If his height is correct for the way he's supposed to be, then he'll definitely look good. I think he already looks cool standing next to Spider-Man here. You can definitely get in some Marvel vs. Capcom displays with this. So for my final thoughts on the figure, I mean, I think he's cool. He's small. I guess I didn't really expect much. I don't have a ton of X figures. The other X figure that I have is the True Force Collectibles version. So I do have that version, and I love that figure so much. The engineering was really cool. But this is the second X figure that I own. I think he's awesome. I am disappointed by, the paint scuffing and then the paint scratching off up there when you just want to change the head or the faceplate, or even use that accessory that's event exclusive. It's going to, chip the paint right off of this thing, which is super unfortunate, and I don't think that should be happening. So I'll definitely pick up the Hiya Toys one just to see the difference. I don't own any Hiya figures right now, but I'm really excited to see that they're starting their Mega Man line. And as a question for you all, what Mega Man figure would you guys like to see next? Me personally, I'd like to see them delve into different characters. So Threezero did show that they're going to be making Proto Man, so hopefully we get more Robot Masters. I do hope that they complete the full, just like base main character Mega Man roster, so like Mega Man EXE, Mega Man Star Force, Mega Man ZX, like all those. I hope they do them if they're going to continue, and I hope they continue to improve on the paint, and just overall playabilities with these guys, because they're cool. They're nice to line up on your shelf, but it sucks if they get all scuffed just because you want to pose them around. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Take care and have a great rest of your day.